Hey you guys, this is Sahirenys and welcome back to the 2-Minute Q&A Tuesday where I'm going to answer as many questions as I can on what to do during this pre-recession scare at the moment. And I'm not even going to worry about the timer at all. I'm just going to answer these questions as honest as I possibly can. And I know you guys are a little concerned about the economy and the coronavirus, so let's get straight into it. So the first question is, should I pull all of my money from my bank account? No, my mom even asked me this question. Do not pull your money out of your bank account. Think about it. If your bank is FDIC insured, the federal government is backing it up to $250,000 per account. And if you have a joint account, up to $500,000. You also have to remember that you do have bills coming up and things that you want to pay for on your credit card, on your debit card. So it's actually best that you do have the money in your bank account at the moment. I know this is very difficult times and you're feeling a little paranoid. If you do not have any cash at home, this might be a good time to do like a cash emergency stash at this moment. I know a lot of times the banks aren't open. You don't want to go in there with the tellers. You want maybe go into an ATM and do the ATM max if you have that money available. That's about $200, $300. And you want to do it in traveler's change in denominations of 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. You want to be able to access that money easily. A lot of these big grocery stores, they're not even accepting $100 bills. So maybe stay away from that. But going back, I know that a lot of people also have been talking about or are very concerned about cybersecurity and fraud at this moment. That's a very big thing to be concerned about. I would actually recommend at this moment to check your bank accounts every single day. There's something I do. Right when I get on social media, right before I get on social media, I check my bank account. So do that. And something else that I'm doing is a little bit different. I'm going to be doing like saving a PDF of my bank statements every single month, just in case, just so I know exactly how much money I have in my account. That's just something that I'm going to be doing for my sanity. So if you want to do the same, I highly recommend to do that for the next few months. All right, next question is, should I pay my bills if companies are offering assistance to postpone my payments? This is a very popular question and a really good question. The first thing I would do is make sure you have enough money for your necessities at the moment, which is food, any household items that you need, and any medical expenses. If you're feeling sick, you want to feel comfortable to go to the doctor. If you need medication or medicine, you want to be able to pay for that. After that, I would review my bills and see if I can afford to pay my bills. I know a lot of people lost their job at this moment, or they've got a decrease in their income. So be aware of what bills you can pay with the money that you do have. And if you are not able to pay your bills, definitely get on the phones first thing in the morning. Make that your to-do list right at the top. Call creditors, call bank, call my utility bills company. You want to call them and see what options they have. A lot of them have like different hardship programs or income-based programs. And the weird thing is that everyone's offering like different programs. Like some companies are postponing interest, others are postponing the payment, and then even some are doing something in between. So you just don't know what your options are. So that's why it's best if you actually call, and the wait time is long. That's why I'm telling you guys to call first thing in the morning. Even wake up early if you have to. Yeah, so that's what I would do. The next question is, if we get a stimulus check, what should I do with it? All right, there's a lot of talks out there. Everyone's adding different blogs, different things on the news. They're saying that we might get two different checks as of right now, either of $1,000 or $1,200. We're not really sure, but one thing I'm pretty sure everyone's aware of, if you're living in a big city, is that $1,000 is not enough for your bills. It's just not enough during an emergency like this, if you think about it. That's why I always recommend people to have their starter emergency fund to actually be 1 month of their bills. Imagine how less stressed out you would be if you had more than just $1,000. Now, when it comes to what I would do with that $1,000, once it does start to roll in, I would again focus it on my having food at home, necessities for the house, and making sure that I have enough money for any medical expenses that come up. At that point, you need to evaluate if you want to push that money towards bills or push it towards your emergency fund. That is a personal choice, and it does depend on how your budget is looking at the moment. So that's what I would say. All right, and the last question right now would be, what should I do with the money in my short-term goals account that I had for my trip? It is not time for no trip right now. I would definitely move that to my emergency fund and actually think of this as a blessing. Think about it. It's like a blessing in disguise. A lot of people do not even have an emergency fund. They don't have any money saved for no trips, no nothing. So take this as a blessing that you have the money now that you might need it. And if you don't need it, well, that's great. And in the future, you'll be able to book your trip or spend that money wisely. Definitely spend that money with purpose. Don't just misuse it. And that is the tips that I have for you guys as of right now. I got a few other questions on my IG stories. I'll be pushing that toward next week's Q&A. But as of right now, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and definitely share this information with all of your friends and family. This is the time to share all of the financial knowledge that you've been hiding and hoarding, because we all need it at this time. Bye, you guys.